So, morning guys, and it is September 30, and I'm currently here in Cebu City. Last last Saturday, it's UXPH Mini Conf 2025 in Cebu, and we're in Cebu. No, it's the Cebu leg, and then yesterday or last night, I was invited to be on a radio show for Stellar Spark, and today it's morning, so it means I get to drink my coffee. So it's almost time for work. 30 minutes before work starts. It's 6:30. I'll be sharing with you how I usually make my coffee when I'm on travel. And luckily, yesterday, I bought several coffee beans because I don't have fresh beans anymore. So I bought two. One is for filter. This is a Robusta, but what I've been liking about pour over recently is I'm leaning more towards natural process coffees. So this one is anaerobic natural. So it's a bit more funky, but for pour over, it's just really good because it tastes quite unique. But I also bought a daily driver for espresso, so I could use it for my flair and make a latte or some sparkly drinks with coffee on it. So basically, I bought these two beans. So my setup goes like this. So basically, I of course have my trusty. I kind of lost the cover of this, but it still works. I have my hand grinder here, which is the Time or Chestnut C3. The difference between C2 and C3 is that this has a different type of burr. This has the that's SC2, but the difference is that it has like a different shape of burr inside, where it kind of cuts the beans first and then it like cuts it twice, something like that, so that it kind of cuts it faster and more evenly, I guess. So I have that as a hand grinder. Of course, I have my weighing scale. It's a bit small, but it does the job really well, surprisingly. Also, you need to pour as accurate as possible, because you can use any cup you want, but it's hard to do that because you could kind of get messy, and then sometimes you're not sure with the flow of water with a generic cup. You can kind of get a cup and then pinch it on the tip so you could have more control, but then it's really hard if it's not the proper kettle. So I just have here the Hario Air kettle. I'm not sure what color this is. It's like gray. So I have that. Also, anyway, this first. So a regular V6. Oh, it's a, what do you call this? I'm not sure. It's not the white one, but it's the brown V60. But use any that you have. So I was just going through this batch of coffee filters, but typically I would use the Cafec one. I have the Cafec Abaca filters, but I was just going through this so that this gets used. So use any filter, but this is the number one since I have a smaller brewer. And for the brewer, of course, I have the Wakeiko. It's really clever. I've been using this for for ages already. But the good thing about this is that this is really probably for me the best go-to travel coffee accessory for pour over, because you could just it fell. It's just a regular coffee vessel. You could, or actually any drink. So if I'm not using this as a brewer, I could just use this as just like any other drink container. But the good thing about this is that you could just attach this. So basically, this is your brewer. I just have to screw it in. Just have to screw it in, and then lift it up. Screw this up. There you go. You can use it as your brewer. It also has this drip thingy. Not a drip tray, but something where you could drip your coffee after brewing. And it also, of course, has a lid. And it kind of keeps the coffee hot for a few hours, which is nice. So, really awesome. In terms of making the hot water, I usually don't bring because I could just ask the hotel if they have hot water, or usually they have kettles. So, I'm using the kettle here in the hotel to heat my water. So basically what I would do is get a filter paper. So it's two, just get one. Or just get one. Fold this. Make sure to rinse, right? You have to rinse your but of course we need to prepare the coffee first. So I'll just prepare the coffee and I'll prepare the beans and then make the coffee. Alright. You usually need to measure coffee. So, how I would usually do it, some others do it less, but I typically measure 20 grams for this pour over recipe. Anyway, just measure your coffee. Start grinding, I guess. Oh. Start grinding. Close that. And just start grinding away. So once that's done, you can just take it off and prepare your brewer. Prepare your brewer. So of course you need to. Anyway, let's switch it over. You need to put water. I can just direct it. I was supposed to just rinse the filter paper, and at the same time heat up the vessel and everything. Alright, so I'll just discard this one. Yeah, here we are. So I officially got to discard the water we use for rinsing. Anyway, next step is to finally start placing the coffee. There's so much static. If you don't want static or like the coffee sticking to the grinder, it's just too much static. You could use a spritz bottle or just wet the beans a little bit before you grind it. But we're done grinding it, so we're left with this thing. But it's fine, should be fine. Just put in your, I'll show you. You just place your coffee in there. There you go. That's all nice and settle it properly. Just have to turn it on. Make sure that it's stirred to 0. And I'll start brewing. Well, what I typically do is get some hot water and then start my brew. So you could pour to how much coffee you want. Usually there's a ratio. You could use a calculator if you want, but the most important for me at least is to have a bloom phase on the start, which is pouring like 30 or 50 ml of water and just allowing some of the gases to escape, and then just pour 2 to 3 pours after that, and then complete your brew. I already have a kettle, but I still pour it here just for the sake of, because there's also like a line, so if in case that you don't have a way to measure, at least you can, I mean, measure via weight. At least you can have at least measuring by volume, right? So I'm just filling it up higher than what I would usually put. It doesn't have to be exact because just so it's easier to control when you pour. So you need a timer just so you get to time your brew. But other than that, it's very straightforward already at this point. So I'm just starting my timer, but let's start pouring. Alright, so what I usually do, because unlike usual kettle that there's like some weight in here, and it's easier to control, this one is way too light. So if you don't put additional weight probably on top to control it, it'll be all over the place. So I just tend to put my hand over here so I can put more control. So you do that so you could at least control your pour. Oh no, it went off. There you go. There you go. Let's just wait for it to bloom for 30 seconds. I'll show it. Let me show it to you guys. There you go. So, and then we can start pouring. So I'm targeting at least 100 for this pour. No, 150, sorry. There you go. That's fine. Need more water, turns out. So just allow it to drip. We're here for another pour. There you go. This is my second pour. Some of them just does it in one pour. Some of them does it in 3 pours. Depends on the recipe. Typically, the hack there is if you want a bit more, a less bitter coffee, you tend to do most pour, like you just do one quick pour at the start, or do majority of the water volume at the first pour and then less on the succeeding pour. But then if you want a more let's say some of the more bitter flavors, you could make the succeeding pours longer. So I don't know, that kind of does the trick for me if I really want to get some specific flavors out of a coffee. Almost done. We're just waiting for it to fully draw down. So the beauty of this is I just have to remove this, and they provided a drip tray something, so you just put this on the side, and then if you wanted to take your coffee on the go, just put on the lid, but I'm not, so yeah, that's it. Bye bye.